Welcome to Finding Holiness, where we delve into timeless Torah wisdom, revealing the sacred in everyday moments. Join us on a journey to elevate your spirituality and discover holiness in every aspect of life. I'm your host, Rabbi David Kadosh, and together, let's embark on a path of spiritual exploration. I hope you enjoy this next episode. Purim Sameach, everybody. How are you? Let's start with LeChaim, and we're going to end with LeChaim, as you're going to see. LeChaim Tovim Shalom. Come sit. Okay. This is the second time I'm speaking today, but the first time I'm recording it because this is the one I had prepared before. Someone asked me on the spot, say something, so I had to say something. So, the Gemara tells us, famous halacha, Amar Rava, Chayav inish lebesume bepuria, ad lo yada ben arur Haman ubaruch Mordechai. A person, says Rava, a person has to drink wine on Purim to the point that he doesn't know the difference between Arur Haman and Baruch Mordechai. What does Rava mean with this statement? It's a famous question. Where is he coming from? I already spoken to Shiur once that Rava was from the Gilgul of Lot. And Lot who sinned with wine by getting drunk and being with his daughters. Rava, who came from that neshama, be metaken. And we see many times where Rava uses a statement or says a statement about wine and the importance of wine to be metaken that of Lot. But what's Rava's deep intention with this statement? Why specifically wine until you can't tell the difference? The Megillah we read this morning and last night, Bayom HaShevi'i ketov HaMelech Bayayin, ketov lev HaMelech Bayayin. It was on the seventh day when the king's heart was filled with wine. Rashi says this day, the seventh day, was Shabbat. That's why it says Bayom HaShevi'i. It was the seventh day. Chachamim says from here, HaKadosh Baruch Hu already preceded the malady with the remedy. For that Seudah, Vashti was killed because of that Seudah, but Esther came in her place and saved Bnei Israel. The Gemara and Chulin ask a very big question. Chulin Daf Kuf Lamed Tet Amud Bet. Where do we find Haman in the Torah? Where do we see Haman in the Torah? Where's our remes? So Gemara says, Hamin ha'etz hazeh, from this tree.
Quiet, please.
From this tree.
Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat? Hamin ha'etz is the same letters as Haman. So Hamin ha'etz, that's where Haman is in the Torah. Says
Hamin is the dafina?
No, Hamin. Hamin. So says the Arizal. Look what the Arizal says, Rabotai. The Arizal says. Arizal says, because Bnei Israel enjoyed and partook from the feast of Ahasuerus, the original sin of Adam Arishon was awakened. Because the Jewish people ate from that feast. Where is Haman from the Torah? When the Gemara asks the question, Haman min Torah me'ayin, meaning where did Haman have the power to bring destruction to the Jewish people? The answer is because the Jewish people ate from that feast, because the tree that Adam ate was now awakened, because Bnei Israel ate from the tree, now Haman has the power to bring the destruction of Klal Israel. Zeresh and her advisors and Haman's advisors say, Asu gavoa etz 50 amah. Go make tall gallows to recall the sin of Adam Arishon who ate from the Etz Hadat. On those gallows you're gonna hang Mordechai. If you notice, every davar shebiktusha that we have in our entire religion always begins with a blessing of Borei Peri HaGefen. Berit Milah, Borei Peri HaGefen. Pidyon HaBen, Borei Peri HaGefen. A wedding, Borei Peri HaGefen. Leil Shabbat, Yom Tov, Purim, Pesach, Rosh Hashanah, Sukkot, Shavuot, Purim, all Borei Peri HaGefen. Why did they do this? Why did the Chachamim make it a point to institute Borei Peri HaGefen at every davar shebekdusha? What did they see in the future generation to recite Borei Peri HaGefen in the start of these events? The Gemara Masechet Sanhedrin Daf Ayin Amud Aleph, that Noach, Rabotai, should have learned from Adam Arishon and not have gotten drunk after the flood. What does that mean? According to this Gemara, the tree that Adam ate was which tree? A grapevine. He ate from the grape tree, the grapevine. Rabbi Meir says, nothing except wine brings wailing and trouble on a person because it leads a person to sin. Adam sinned because he ate from the grapes, and Noach should have known better. You should have known better. That's the purpose of the Gemara. You knew what your ancestor did. So why did you drink from the wine and get drunk? Says the Shach al Torah. If Adam Arishon would have waited until Shabbat, if he would have waited just another hour and a half, that's all he needed, 1 hour and a half, he would have been permitted to eat from the Etz Hadat, meaning by waiting until Leil Shabbat, he would have fulfilled the mitzvah to do Kiddush on the wine from that tree. And by doing so, the Etz Hadat would have only been good. It wouldn't have been Etz Hadat Tovera. It would have been only good. Shlomo HaMelech says, Shomer mitzvah lo yada dvara. A person who keeps the mitzvah, there's no such thing as knowing any bad. When your whole life is filled with mitzvah, there can't be any bad. But by eating from the grapevine, Adam Arishon ate from that tree, he brought death to the world. Says Zohar, this is why we have the custom amongst Jews to say, pick up our glass and say LeChaim. Why do we say LeChaim Tovim Shalom when we lift up wine? Because we recall the idea that the fact that Adam brought death to the world by eating from the grapes, from the grapevine. So to rectify this, we take wine, davar shebitusha, borei peri hagefen, and we say LeChaim for life, for the purpose that we maintain to live. In fact, all of our ma'asim tovim, all of our mitzvot that we do are to be metaken di etz hadat, and therefore any davar shebitusha is preceded with borei peri hagefen and to fix the sin. I'm using this wine. I'm drinking this wine on Purim. I'm drinking that wine on Pesach, on a Brit Milah, on a wedding, whatever it is, to be metaken for that sin because Adam used it for an averah. I'm using it for our mitzvah. So if every holiday I'm responsible to fix the sin of Adam by drinking this wine, Kal vachomer on Purim, which we said, all the tzarot, all the suffering of the Jewish people only came because of Adam Arishon, that sin was awakened. Haman mina Torah me'ayin. Where does Haman come from Torah? From that sin. That's what reawakened the sin. So for sure we need to rectify the sin. So here's the chidush, Rabotai. Bayom HaShevi'i. Ketov lev hamelech bayayin. What does it mean? On the seventh day, when the king is satiated by wine, who is the king? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the king. On the seventh day, on Shabbat, where like we said, Rashi, when we lift up our glass for Kiddush and we say the Kiddush, and we say Borei Peri HaGefen, and we say LeChaim, it's in reference to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu hears the Kiddush that we say on Friday night in the Yamim Tovim and the holidays, his lev is satiated, his heart is filled, he sees the Kedushah that's brought through the wine, and it's rectified the sin of Adam Arishon. The snake who squeezed the grapes and he drank and he didn't wait till Leil Shabbat, now we're rectifying it every time we say Kiddush. It was at that moment, Leil Shabbat Kodesh on Purim, Bayom HaShevi Ketov Lev HaMelech Bayayin, that the Jewish people were making Kiddush on Yain. It was already prepared in Shemaim, the salvation, the Yeshua, that Vashti be killed and Esther come intercede. And this is the meaning. Hayav inish lebesume bepuria ad delo yada ben Arur Haman uBaruch Mordechai. Arur Haman is the evil. Arur Haman is the bad. Baruch Mordechai is the good. Because before the sin, everything was in the aspect of good. Everything was in the aspect of Tov. But once Adam sinned, now there's an Arur Haman. Rabotai, that's why the same gematria, the gematria of Arur Haman and Baruch Mordechai, same gematria, 502. Because they were both the same. Prior to the sin, it was only good. It was only after the sin that we have this concept of Arur Haman. So now by drinking wine of Purim, Hayav inish lebesumei, comes Rav and he says, this is your opportunity. We have to fix that haunting sin. We can reach the levels of Adam Arishon before the sin, when there was only good. I give a berachah to everybody over here that this wine that we should have should not only be uplifting our spirits now in Purim, but not only on the Hagim and on Shabbatot, but it should bring us to a level of simcha that we could be metaken and remove all the good from all the evil from our lives, all the ra, and only bring the yeshuot, v'tovot, v'nechamot that we expect, and Bezat Hashem will be zocheh once that is all complete to bring the Mashiach to celebrate kulam beyachad Bezat Hashem b'mera b'yamenu, amen. Ken Yeh Ratzon. And with that, lechaim tovim u'shalom.
הטוב והרע. הוא היה בו, הטוב והרע. בגלל שמן העץ הזה